have no ammo.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Say, this because and if this ship is yours, well, mister. Oh, by the law. Edgewater. Now, if you'll excuse me. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Not just anyone is chosen to enforce landing regulations.
So, we're gonna kind of make a beeline for that without going anywhere near any of that shit. There's a graveyard here. There is an enemy here. So, one thing I want to talk about here is the reason why I didn't like it before. Hunting rifle. Is because you can barely tell you're taking damage. Honestly. That little bar in the top left, that's our health. I can barely tell I'm taking damage. And we can't save. Which is how we make the fun happen. But it does mean that we're not going to be doing all the open world exploring stuff. You a baddie? No.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Hi.
Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea.
Why do you say that?
It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by them. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Let's lie to him. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
You seem pretty old to be a junior anything.
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
You're making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know.
Alright, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay. You could look at it, but you'd be wrong. We're survived. Hang on. Work's been real good to me. Former people, yeah.
If you've got a
Marauders been
marauder
raiding my
problem,
grave,
I
you
can
see.
take care of it.
Hence
Any
the
idea
armed
where they're
guard.
coming from?
Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
If you've got a marauder problem, I can take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Okay, thanks for your time. I'm thirsty and I need to drink. Already? Without drinking, you'll get worse over time.
Huh? What?
Here's town. I'm hoping it does an autosave when you enter a town. Oh, you can put your gun away. Okay. Oh, that's stealing. Is there anyone here? Two-hour energy brew. I don't know who lives here, but I'm stealing their stuff. There's a weapon mod. I can't pick that. Can I drink from a faucet? I can't drink from a faucet. That irritates me. Well, 0G brew. Let's have a look at what we can drink. Gets us drunk. Oh no, that makes it worse. There we go. We drink the energy drink to gonna be stealing everything that's not fucking locked down, I tell you. We don't have a lot of inventory space. Who lives over here? Oh, this is a cemetery, is it? Steal all your ammo. You've got some shovels. Pepper pills. I can't take that. So use the terminal. Edgewater Saltuna Cannery, Spacer's Choice property. Terminal access. Welcome, Junior Inhumer. From Inhumer Association to Spacer's Choice Junior Emerald Vale Division, a special offer. Dear Edie, a subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazettes and Quarterly. From Spacer's Choice Human Resources. A visual advertisement text. Edgewater Cemetery is a property of the Spacer's Choice Company. The Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Okay. Inventory logs. Burial invoice. Password required. Hack 1. We made it. Theodore Granger, cause of expiration, industrial accident, burial status, successfully interred in 13F, gravesite fees paid and accounted for. Inhumus addendum, Teddy's corpse was missing a hand, deducted 5 bits from the gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fella. Well, we know where someone was buried. Maybe there'll be a quest for that. Dunno. I could steal some spades. I'm not going to. I think we should just go in. Will it save when we're in Edgewater, do you think? Because I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of the side quests unless they're absolutely on our route to wherever we're going. Because I've only played this game once. I don't even remember what the outcome was or the ending. I remember getting really annoyed with it because I committed a crime and everyone was shooting at me all the time and it forced me into siding with someone. And I don't remember actually committing the crime. I'm also not going to be taking the companions because the companions die in this. Put your gun away. God. I am dressed like a marauder. Okay, so here's the first town. Tutorial town. Emerald Vale Barbershop. Why, hello there. Conrad Sadik.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Intimidate 5. I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Your vicar?
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
Well, Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. but I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me the special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Can't see me steal from a corpse. Fridge. Spacer's Choice guard.
What can I do for you?
Persuade 1. Or medical 10. You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Okay, persuade. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
Nope.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Ask forgiveness from the vicar later.
The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Okay, leave conversation. 360 XP. Spacer's Choice Cantina.
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Someone in there. Someone in there. Spacer's Choice Cantina. Discovered. 50 XP. Oh, this is scary. Wanted, Bertie Cotton, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Bert Cotton, former vicar stationed in Edgewater Vicarage. No longer in good standing with Halcyon Branch. Order of Scientific Inquiry, at large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, sedition and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes. Wanted. Gilliam Gill Antrim, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Gilliam Antrim, former Spacer's Choice associate mechanic, terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds of unauthorized use of adrena time. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes. Wanted, Doc Mabel Burgess, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A writ of execution effective immediately for Mabel Burgess, former Spacer's Choice physician, condemned on charges of dereliction of duty, disappeared from Edgewater with 2 parcels of adrena time, at large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, vandalism and unlicensed practice of medicine on seditious criminals. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes for details.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
There's no pickpocketing in this, is there?
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
I can hold him up here. Hey, take it easy, I'm not a marauder.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Perception. You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble, I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Why? One. He told me everything. How long did you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Why do you think I'm a freelancer?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it.
Why would I be insulted? Why would I be insulted?
It was just you ain't one of us. A spacer, I mean. Stands to reason you got no company looking after you.
Nope.
Not your fault, though. Even freelancers gotta eat. And if that means they must scratch some bits out of odd jobs, who am I to judge them? At least you're not a deserter.
Okay, that's a little insulting.
Look, I'm sorry. Never had much in the way of social graces. But the job is a good one if you're interested.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
I assume there are guards?
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick. It's America in space.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
Well, I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be. I'm not gonna rob you, dying man.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Medical 5. He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
And what do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Persuasion 10. Let me worry about that.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match his offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Again, none of this is saved. Until we go back to the ship. Wait. I didn't even think about a security camera. Shit. This is the cannery. Strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman or supervisor. Be considerate towards other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Last hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave, or we'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. Is that it? Yeah. There's someone here. So this is the cannery, huh?
Got my sights on you.
Stop right there, criminal scum. This guy. Phyllis. Oh, are you one of my people I'm trying to... Yeah.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman?
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
That sucks.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Vandalism, huh? Did you have to clean bits of it? What are they going to do, arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would have. You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. So... Ludwig is the only one we need now. And Ludwig is not here. But I have a feeling Ludwig's going to be further along on the map. Found. 1 left hand. Lost and found. 7 at the wrists and bone damage. People, this is our second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. Good God, it's like my work. It really is. Vending machine discovered.